on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought. Down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Check 55 to Mike. He just won on. Check three. Go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action with Haskins. Big hold of the 30. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check three.
On the ground, it's Geis. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Hey, 50. 50 the mic. Yeah. You ain't got no. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Check pass.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the 39-yard line.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Kill. 27, 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Come on. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check. Fred down. They're going to 53. He's crazy. He's checking crack. Hey,
on 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Let's get off the field. Swerve. Hey. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide in. Go to 54. Wide in. Go. Get out there. We're going to 54. Wide in. Gun. We're going to 53. Flare. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott looking for his tight end Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Landon Collins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. But it'll be 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it. You do.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 22. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Forbath, the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
50, march 50, march 50. Yeah. Hey, watch it. Wide, get wide.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Hatchet. Back.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check. Watch the twist.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Completes it to Davis. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Haskins to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. They start on the ground with Geis, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Haskins. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, to pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Check, 48's the mic. Short. 48's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Forbath for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the lock. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up second and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Again, it's Elliott. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. Prescott to throw it. Complete to Jason Witten. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down in Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down now, it's Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Go. Get out there. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Watch QB 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
There you go. Max 50. Time to go. Night.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 31.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, Kill. 27. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Haskins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing on second down. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 23 yards on the play. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Haskins will throw. Complete. Richardson has it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Haskins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final.